Gather around, my friends, and I'll tell you a tale of horror that will chill your bones and make your skin crawl. Once upon a time, in a small, isolated village nestled deep in the woods, there lived a family known as the Blakemores. The family consisted of a mother, father, and their two young children, a boy and a girl. The Blakemores were known to be odd by the villagers, as they kept to themselves and rarely ventured out of their home. The villagers whispered of strange occurrences happening in the Blakemore household, but no one dared to investigate, for fear of what they might find. The Blakemores never attended any of the village's festivals or gatherings, and they were rarely seen outside of their home, except for the occasional trip to the market to purchase supplies. Rumors of strange noises and eerie lights coming from the Blakemore house circulated among the villagers, but no one could confirm their validity. The house, a rambling old mansion with a history of its own, sat on the outskirts of the village, surrounded by an overgrown garden and thick woods that stretched for miles. Despite the rumors, the villagers carried on with their lives, going about their daily business, and trying not to think too much about the strange family in their midst. However, one day, a group of young boys from the village decided to sneak into the Blakemores' home to see what was really going on. As they crept through the dark and eerie house, they stumbled upon a locked door. Curiosity getting the best of them, the boys forced the door open, revealing a hidden staircase leading down into the basement. The air grew colder, and the atmosphere grew more oppressive as they descended the stairs, which creaked and groaned under their weight. Descending further, they found themselves in a dimly lit room, filled with strange and terrifying objects. Ancient tomes filled the shelves, and jars of pickled organs sat on dusty workbenches. In the center of the room stood a strange wooden box, intricately carved with symbols and signs they couldn't decipher. As they moved deeper into the room, the boys saw her. A ghostly apparition of a woman, who seemed to be trapped within the walls of the basement. She was dressed in old-fashioned clothing, her long hair twisted into a braid that trailed on the floor. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and her lips moved, as if she was trying to say something. The boys tried to run, but the door at the top of the stairs was now locked, trapping them in the basement with the ghostly woman. As they screamed and pounded on the door, the Blakemore family appeared, dressed in black robes and carrying candles. The family began to chant in an ancient language, and as they did, the ghostly woman began to grow stronger, her eyes blazing with fury. The boys could feel her icy breath on their necks, and they knew that they were not alone in the room. Just as the ghostly woman was about to strike, the boys managed to break down the door and flee the house, running as fast as they could through the woods. The Blakemore family never appeared in the village again, and the boys were left with a haunting memory of what they had seen. Years later, the village still whispered of the Blakemores and their strange, terrifying rituals. Some say that the ghostly woman still haunts the basement of their home, waiting for her next victim to come wandering in. And to this day, the villagers warn their children to stay away from the Blakemore house, lest they too become trapped within its dark and haunting walls. But some brave souls have ventured into the house over the years, seeking to uncover the truth behind the rumors. Those who have entered the house have never returned, and those who have tried to investigate the strange occurrences surrounding the Blakemore family have met with unfortunate accidents or mysterious disappearances. As a result, the village has grown more and more isolated, as people fear the dark secrets that lurk within the Blakemore home. One night, a group of intrepid explorers decided to break into the Blakemore house and explore the mysteries that lay within. They crept through the overgrown garden and snuck in through an open window, moving through the dark and eerie house with trepidation. As they entered the basement, they saw the same wooden box that the boys had seen years ago. The box seemed to emanate a powerful energy, and the explorers felt drawn to it, as if it was calling out to them. They cautiously approached the box, and as they did, the symbols carved on its surface began to glow. Suddenly, the box burst open, revealing an ancient and malevolent spirit that had been trapped inside for centuries. The spirit rose up, looming over the explorers with glowing red eyes and a twisted, spectral form. The explorers tried to run, but the spirit was too powerful, and it consumed them one by one, dragging their souls down into the darkness of the basement. As the sun rose the next morning, the Blakemore house was once again silent, and the villagers knew that another group of brave but foolish souls had been lost to the terrors that lurked within. And so, the legend of the Blakemore family and their haunted mansion lives on, a warning to those who dare to seek out the darkness that lies hidden in the depths of the human soul.